I would say the Steel Series. Steel Series, honestly.
Steel Series.
I'd definitely sit with the Steel Series.
By far.
Definitely Steel Series.
If I had to pick one of these to pick up in game right now, it's going to be the Steel Series.
Gamers prefer our headsets. Find out why at SteelSeries.com.
So, welcome everybody to the Go Champions League match of Na'Vi against HellRaisers. We are about to go live. The players already asked us to start the game, so we are waiting for a few streamers. I am ready already, and I will talk you through a few past results of Na'Vi. We will see Overpass today, and the second map would be Dust 2. Overpass was chosen by Na'Vi, and Dust 2 was chosen by HellRaisers. So it's the normal best of two situation. You know it already, or most of you know it already. Every single map gives you 3 points. The league doesn't care if both maps go to you or if it's split 1-1 or both maps go to your opponent. We just award 3 points to the winner of a map. So CSGO Lounge decided to handle it like a best of 3 that ends in a draw and returns your skins in case the maps get split. Yeah, thanks for pointing out the score is still not updated. Silly me, always forgetting about the score. So thanks for pointing that out, and it seems like we are ready to go. Na'Vi has played Overpass against TSM quite a lot in the past. So they managed to win every single matchup on Overpass. One of them 16-6 in the FACEIT. I think it was a semi-final. Then another 16-14 win in the FACEIT LAN finals, and a 16-10 in the Fragbite Masters game against TSM just a few days ago. So it seems like Na'Vi is pretty sharp on that map. They have everything sorted out. If we look at HellRaisers though, we can take a quick peek on that. They won against Flipside 16-14 on Overpass, and they managed to bring Envious to a 16-14 scoreline, even though they fell short against the Frenchmen. It looks like it could be a tense game between the two teams, at least on Overpass. I'm not so sure about this too, as both teams historically been quite good on this too. I think this is kind of a 50-50 matchup. We are headed into the 9th round. It is quite important. Well, Overpass's balance has shifted around a lot thanks to the overhaul of this whole section, with A long being being an own entrance to the A bomb set, and it's not going to meet up again with the front of A. So that shifted the balance of the map towards the terrorists a little bit. At least what I saw. It always depends on the teams though, and which side the teams like to play and how they adjusted their positions to it. Now the 9th round seems to be just as close as I predicted the match to be. And Na'Vi will start on the CT side. So the odds are not 50-50 at all. We've got 16% in favor of HellRaisers and 84% in favor of Na'Vi on CSGO Lounge. Of course, your source for trading and betting skins wherever and whenever you like. Other than that, we've got $30,000 up for grabs in the whole league. The winners will get 15,000, so it's for an online league, it's a pretty big prize pot already. And at the moment, the standings are Dignitas on top, then Virtus Pro, Property, Flipside Gamers 2, and then Na'Vi, and right behind Na'Vi is HellRaisers. So they are fighting it out for the better spot. Only 3 points separate the two teams. Let's see if HellRaisers can take this pissed around. They are orientated to the B bomb site, and they have one player on the sewers, and the rest of the squad is just hanging out in front of B, waiting for the CTs to make a push somewhere. But at the moment, Na'Vi is just holding their positions. They have 3 at A and 2 at B. So it could be an easy B bomb site execution, but now Na'Vi is on site and Flamey rings off 2 shots already. Goes to work on that Ren and Kuche. Mu goes down to Suze and Doja is the only one to reply with a frag on himself, but it's a 2v4 already. And Doja is down to 12 HP. Angel is nowhere to be seen. He's actually over at the A bomb site trying to find a frag over there and trying to shift the balance around on the CT's positions. But he finds himself one target to shoot at, but misses all his bullets. In the meantime, Doja got disposed of by Seized, and we are in a 1v4 situation already. Angel is spotted. The CT should be able to get around his position, and there is Seized trying to ambush him already. Seized missing that opportunity, and he goes for the knife. He knows that Angel doesn't have any bullets left, and Seized wins the knife battle. Fair play to Seized, actually duking it out with the knife over there. Great play by Na'Vi to open up, especially Flamey against his old squad. You know, HellRaisers decided to remove him from the roster after they agreed to kind of sign a piece of paper where it says that they are changing stuff, you know, being more committed to the game and all that. And Flamey decided to not sign it, or at least that's the story. And he was removed, then picked up by Na'Vi instead of Starix, who's now their coach. And Na'Vi is doing quite nice with him. They won the first major, or the first big event already, so they are feeling confident right now. Na'Vi on the struggling anti-eco round right now. They have still 3 rifles, but Cease is down to 3 HP, and HellRaisers are trying to remove him from the CT's roster in a second. Angel goes down to Cease though, and Flamey is coming in from behind, catches Mu off guard, and now it's down to low HP, and Zeus catches him just in time as Kuche was trying to climb back into the round. HellRaisers make it amazingly expensive for the CTs to win their second round, but that's the kind of evolvement of the game as we go on. The pistols get tweaked, the SMGs get tweaked, and the players and teams adjust differently to it. So some teams don't have any problems against the second rounds anymore. Some other teams are struggling a lot. And teams like Envy, for example, they don't even care what's going to happen with the game. They are so dangerous in the second round, it doesn't matter. Now Sees with his MP7 sprayed onto 2, tries to get some cash back into the bank. And the Seas at 75 will finish off another one, make it 3-0 in favor of Na'Vi. So they've done the mandatory rounds. They have won the 2 following rounds to the pistol round, but they had that one very, very close one when it ended in a 1v1 between Zeus and Kuche. So their economy is not too good right now, except for Guardian, who's still waiting for his AWP basically. The CTs refuse to upgrade their SMGs and Nova to rifles, so C still with the MP7 and Guardian with the shotgun. On the other side, HellRaisers with 5 AKs, and the CTs with an aggressive move onto the A bomb site, with C's being up close and personal. The MP7 is a good choice for that. It just sprays out its bullets basically in one shot. But after that, C's will probably go down, and it's going to be the favorable trade for Na'Vi. Now C's with the first, he moves up and gets caught by Mu. Good shot by the new guy in HellRaiser squad. Well, he's not too new anymore, but he did a very, very good job in the previous games already. Shown off that he's worth being on the squad. Now Doja gets the better of Guardian with 2 HP remaining. He can't do too much anymore. Mu is down already, and Doja is just running around in the underpass trying to get a better angle on the A bomb site, where Edward and Zeus are at the moment. No, actually, Zeus is on the B bomb site. It's Flamey and Edward on A short. And he's got a good angle, but Edward is coming out with his rifle already warmed up to shoot Doja in the face. 4-0 in favor of Na'Vi. Winning that first rifle round gives them the opportunity to work on their economy. They need to have that to work for them. Otherwise, HellRaisers would be able to force them to save in a matter of 2 rounds or something like that. And that's the point of time when it gets really hard for the CTs to control the game. Even though it's a CT-sided map, the terrorists can get them into a very, very uncomfortable position, at least economical wise. Now Edward tries to handle that anti-eco round as good as possible. He gets the first frag, now knows that somebody's close by, changes his angle, gets a headshot onto Adren. Good job by Edward. Another one goes down to his pistol, and another 3k already. The second 3k in a row. Angel and Doja just trying to receive the bomb and getting a frag or two maybe. Zeus will deny that to Doja. Angel with the Tech 9 just firing away down to 6 HP. And Zeus will blow him up to shreds with his HE grenade. 5-0 in favor of Na'Vi. HellRaisers back on rifles. This time they have an AWP for Mu. And the same goes for Guardian. So he played with the Nova until he has the chance to buy an AWP. Risky play by Na'Vi. Same goes for C's basically, but it paid off so far. They had a few struggles, but it didn't really matter too much for now. HellRaisers with Mu opening up or trying to open up on the A bomb site, but they are not finding anyone so far. Let's see what C's is doing, just hanging back a little bit. The same goes for Guardian, who's just covering A long with the scope. And there's nobody coming his way anytime soon, so this AWP will or might be screwed. Now let's see. The terrorists are getting closer and closer. Guardian spots the first, rings off that shot, and Mu is there to collect the kill. Great job by Mu, making it a 5v4 already. The A bomb site is weakened considerably with the removal of Guardian over there. The eyes are removed. The CTs are rotating 3 players to the A bomb site, and they leave B completely open. Now, if HellRaisers just knew, they could rotate back and have an easy go on the B bomb site. Now Doja decides to go in there and gets the better of Edward. So is C's down to Mu. It's his second frag with the scope already. 5v2 situation. Zeus and Flamey need to hold on to the bomb site. It's Zeus inside and Flamey on the rotation. And Angel still hanging back. Good shot onto Flamey there. Angel with no trouble at all. Adren puts Zeus to rest, and it's a 5-1. HellRaisers with their second rifle round, so they only needed 2 real chances to get back on the board, and it's quite soon already. On those CT-sided maps, the CTs can usually hold on to their momentum until the 6th, 7th round, and HellRaisers are actually on the board in the 6th round already. So now it's Na'Vi's time to make up. Seized already spots a few by listening to their footsteps. He spots them in A long, but Angel drops down in front of Edward. Then Guardian gets the better of him, makes it a 4v3 again thanks to Seized frag onto Doja. The terrorists are not out of the thick of things yet. They need to work their way back into the round, and Seized goes down in underpass. The terrorists have removed that one nuisance maker. Now Adren gets a kill onto Zeus as well, and it's a 3v2. Flamey and Guardian trying to go for those kills. Flamey with the spot on A long and gets a kill onto Kucha. Really swift kill. He was basically not paying attention to that position, but quickly turned around to take Kucha out. Now it's a 2v1 situation in favor of the terrorists, but they are so low. 4 HP remaining for Adren and 5 for Mu. Guardian though has the AWP. If they attack him at the same time, there's no chance for Guardian to get both killed at the same time, because he only fires 1 shot at a time. Maybe if they, if they line up, there would be a slim possibility for Guardian to get that frag. But now he knows that it's going to be a B bomb site plant. He circus over there, and he should be aware of the fact that both terrorists are so low on HP that there is basically no chance to survive if Guardian really goes for it. And he looks for those kills. He stomps away. He has a rough guess that there's somebody outside the B bomb site, and he tries to go for the kill. Now Mu exposes himself. Guardian caught the bait. He goes for the frag, but in the meantime Adren went back even further, and Guardian is not able to defuse the bomb anymore. He actually almost took Adren out with the predicted HE grenade. And well, Adren will go down to the bomb, but no more frags for Guardian. 5-2 in favor of Na'Vi, but HellRaisers are getting closer and closer. Even though the whole terrorist squad was eliminated, they don't care. They just need to grind out those few rounds, 10-5 would be alright for them. And for Na'Vi, it's not looking too good anymore. They have a CZ75 for C's and a FAMAS for Edward. No nades at all on Guardian, and only a few on Flamey and Zeus, so the CT's economy is hurt already. Angel with the opening frag just walks in there, stabs him straight between the eyes. 5v4 situation in favor of the terrorists. Flamey has to retreat deeper into the B bomb site to hold on to that and actually make the terrorists commit to the bomb site before he can call in the rotation by his teammates. forced rotation would be crucial in that point of time. Na'Vi can't afford to lose this round, and they are aware of that fact. Seized tries to go in for a cheeky frag, but he's spotted by Angel. Good timing by HellRaisers to make it at 5v2 now, thanks to another frag by Kucha. Flamey still standing on the B bomb site, and look at that aim onto Mu and Adren. He's cold-hearted, puts down 2 terrorists on the B bomb site, slows down the terrorist push, and now allows Edward to get onto the site as well. Flamey with another one onto Angel, just casually walking out there into the open, catching one terrorist after another, and there is Edward with a backstab onto Doja. What a great play by Na'Vi, now working their way back into this round with a 5v2 deficit. Kucha is now in a 1v2, scratching his head where his teammates went, and he's only got 23 seconds on top of that. The bomb is in the hands of the CTs, and he's getting closer and closer, but Edward should have heard him, and there it is. Edward with the headshot, taking Kucha out and making it 6-2. Na'Vi hang on to their momentum, they hang on to the economy as well. And they force HellRaisers back to the place where they are, or where they belong, on the terrorist side, on the back foot. And now Mu and Adren recently moved to Kiev to be closer to their teammates and remove the ping issue that they had before. Adren always had a 200 ping, and I think the same goes for Mu. They are both from Kazakhstan, so great feature for HellRaisers to actually have all their teammates be able to compete online with a good ping. But at the moment, it's not paying off so far. Now, let's see Mu with the headshot onto Edward. Just when I was saying that it didn't pay off, that was certainly not possible if he had a high ping. That just shoulder peeking, firing off the P250 at the same time, then going for the headshot and removing yourself before the enemy is actually able to pull the trigger. 5v4 now, 4v4 thanks to Flame, who's having a great game today against HellRaisers, his old teammates. But Zeus is still on an MP7, so Na'Vi need to watch out. If Zeus gets caught on the B bomb site, it could be over a little bit too soon for HellRaisers, for Na'Vi, of course. Now Zeus gets removed on the B bomb site, but HellRaisers are not looking too eager to actually rotate back there. They are committed, even though Flamey and C's pick up 2 frags on A. Kucha and Angel need to work out a way to attack the A bomb site, but now it's only Angel after Kucha just cluelessly walked out into the open, into the crosshair of his opponent. Angel gets the better of C's, but it's a 1v2 and he's got 15 seconds on the clock. There's not really a way that he can plant the bomb without getting those frags. Now he picks off Flamey, but Guardian is still around and Angel doesn't know. He doesn't fancy his chances either, so he rather picks up a fancy skin and goes to save his weapon. Na'Vi with a 7-2 lead right now, even though HellRaisers had a very good shot at taking it when Adren opened up the B bomb site onto Zeus. Or was it Angel? I kinda mix those two players up a lot in the, well, just because they both start with an A, you know. It's hard enough for me already. So Zeus went down on the B bomb site. HellRaisers weren't able to collect the information that they needed to rotate their players over there, so they stayed in the A bomb site, and in the end they got punished for that move. Now Na'Vi on 2 SMGs on Zeus and Edward, the rest of the squad with decent guns, but HellRaisers struggle as well with Tech 9s across the board, except for Angel, who's got an AK and the CZ75 for Mu. But Angel got removed already by Flamey in front of the B bomb site. He was just there to stress them out, to stress the CTs. Now Flamey with that frag opened up so many backstab possibilities for the CTs, and they're going for those backstabs as well. They're collapsing on the HellRaiser squad. If the HellRaisers can't raise hell on the A bomb site soon, they will be backstabbed to death. Now Kucha tries to get some breathing space for his teammates and himself, and gets that with a headshot onto C's. Good job by him, making it a 3v3 again. And there's still enough time for the terrorists to work with, as Mu is forcing the CTs to retreat into the deeper bomb site, into the bank of A, basically. Adren catches Flamey on the rotation play on B. Now everything is open, but HellRaisers doesn't know where the remaining 2 CTs are at. Adren is still checking out every single corner on the B bomb set. He's not quite sure if it's clean or not. And at the same time, we've got Mu and Kucha working on the A bomb site together. And they are facing off with Edward, who's got 4 HP, and he still catches Kucha, goes for the second, but goes down to Moo. It's a 2v1. Guardian knows where it's going to be, and he's got the AK and the P2000 to work with, the AWP and the P2000 to work with. Not anymore, as Moo tells him where to go. Rest for the next few seconds until the next one starts. 7-3. HellRaisers back on the board, and now all the pressure, all the economic pressure that HellRaisers applied in the first few rounds comes back onto Na'Vi and makes them save right now. Even after only losing 1 round, the CTs are not able to afford guns, and that's a key round now. HellRaisers need to pick that up without losing too many players, and then maybe string 2 together. It would be a great outcome for the squad to make it 7-5 maybe. Adren and Kucha with the first few frags, Flamey with the answer, but it's a 4v3. No rifles collected for the CTs. Now let's take a look at Zeus, who is about to backstab Angel, but it's not happening. Angel is kind of the lurker that always covers his own back and at the same time keeps an eye out on the terrorist backs as well. So good job by Angel so far in this matchup. He's doing a good job as well, just like everybody, except for maybe Doja is not shining too much right now, but he will pick up the pace of his teammates in a short few moments. Basically, move with the AWP frag onto Edward. Sees is alone. He's got nothing to do except for looking for a rifle. That could be cool for him to pick that up, maybe get another frag, then maybe even save it or something like that. But he's going for the frag and turns the wrong corner. Kucha has him covered. 7-4. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 11 for C's, 11 for Flamey, 10 for Edward. The rest with 5 and 5. On the other side, we have Angel with 10, 8 for Moo, Doja with 6, 5 for Adren, and 6 for Kucha. So it's basically a team effort on both sides. The rounds that have been won are more or less not because one single guy picked up 5 frags or 4 frags or something like that, but because they are playing together. Now we had Edward picking up a double frag and Flamey with a triple and stuff like that, but it's not like it's one individual shining on either team right now. They are shining in one round, then they are silenced for the other 2 rounds, then they get back in the next one. Now Guardian with the headshot onto Doja, picking up that rifle as well, making it a 4v4. And Moo now covers Guardian. Good job by him keeping his teammate alive. It would be very, very awkward for HellRaisers if they lost another team member. And remember, Guardian was accompanied by Flamey, and they both could have had a rifle in their hands. Now Flamey gets another frag, but goes down to Kucha in turn. The terrorists lose a player, but at least they get those refrags, and they don't allow the CTs to get any rifles back to safety where they can use it on a different angle or something like that, or ambush the terrorists. HellRaisers are taking care of those ambush players as soon as they get those ambush started. They are put down already. Now Edward goes down and it's a 7-5, just like I said. Crucial round. Now Na'Vi back on rifles. And if they can't pick this round up, they could look into the tube, so to speak. 7-6 it would be, and they would be saving again, so it could actually be a 7-7, maybe even 8-7 halftime score in favor of HellRaisers if they pick this very round up. Now let's see what Angel is able to do on the B bomb site. He doesn't spot anything except for that Molotov cocktail, and he knows that there's somebody on the boost jumping around. But it's only Zeus, and he's not spotting too much, so Angel tries to line up that frag, and he does get it! Good job by Angel onto Zeus. Cheeky kill, was waiting for Zeus to jump around even longer and longer, and well, now Angel goes down to Flamey. He was a little bit too eager on the B bomb site, and Doja takes his position, looking for some more opening frags. Doja with a good tag onto Flamey, but he goes down to 13 HP thanks to a nade and the counter spray basically. And now he just didn't see Edward on top of that smoke. Probably didn't really check that kind of angle. So good play by Na'Vi, boosting Edward on top of that smoke, using his teammate to get that frag and make it 4-3. It is a crucial round for Na'Vi after all, so those cheeky plays get used by the Ukrainian squad when it matters as much as it does right now. Guardian gets flashed a little bit, but gets a frag onto Kucha, who was standing out in the open. The terrorists are pushing the A-bomb site one after each other, and that's not the way to go, even though Mu is able to capitalize on Guardian. Seas is able to get the refrag, and Albert closes Mu out and make it 8-5. So Na'Vi is getting back into the economy, but then only 2 more rounds left. HellRaisers still able to buy weapons. This is the round that determines if it will be 8-7 or maybe even 10-5. Kucha on the A push together with his 2 teammates. Well, actually Doja slows down. He doesn't push out. Goes for the underpass play in front of the B bomb site. Zeus there, goes to work onto Angel, but goes down to Doja, even though Doja was flashed. And at the same time, Mu took out Flamey to make it a 4v3, and Kucha is lurking around the A bomb site. Good job by him, catches Edward while he was trying to gather some information, get a backstab on the B bomb site going. Good play by HellRaisers to keep that player back as far as possible, to have him backstab the backstabber. And it's a 4v3 now, thanks to Seas the frag on the B bomb site. Seas goes for another one onto Doja. He makes it a 2v2, and the bomb is not dropped yet. The terrorists on the re-rotation towards the A bomb site. They have 50 seconds to work with, and the CTs desperately try to get Guardian onto the bomb site to take care of the terrorists over there. But it will be hard to do that. And Ren and Kucha already planned the bomb, and they're trying to get themselves into good after planned positions, while Guardian is checking out every single corner over there in the rotation area on the A bomb site. Gets a good angle to cover Seas, while Seas is coming in from the other direction. The terrorists need to watch both ends basically. Guardian now with the kill onto Adren. The smoke comes out. Seas on the defuse already. He just pulls through. Kucha doesn't know, and Kucha will lose the round. Na'Vi with a 9-5. And that was a bummer for HellRaisers. They did so good early on, then they lost the edge that they had, and in the end the 2v2 situation goes in favor of Na'Vi thanks to a good smoke play and a smoke defuse by Seas. He trusted Guardian to cover him, and if you have seen Guardian's last second bomb plant, actually, when Edward covered him, Na'Vi knows who to trust and who not, and it's definitely their teammates that they trust. Now HellRaisers with 4 AKs in the last round of this first half of the first map in the Go Champions League today, brought to you by Twitch and SteelSeries, happily partnering up with us to bring you all the action. Of course, Streams Media organizing the whole event is a great feat to have on board. Guardian with the frag onto Kucha. Now Mu tries to get the better of him, but Guardian is on fire right now. 2 kills in A. Makes it a 3v5 already and smokes himself off. Tries to get back into the A bomb site, but he's cut off by Adren. He works his way back, and now look at Edward. He's got 2 lined up and good headshots onto Adren and Doja. Even though he didn't finish Adren off with the headshot, he did get one to start off with, making it a 1v2. Now is Angel in underpass, but he's flashed off, and possibly even flashed off again as he tries to get his body on the bomb. Seas has him covered though. Edward would have been around as well, so Angel, no matter what he had done, he wouldn't be able to get this round anymore. 10-5 in favor of Na'Vi. Good job for them, even though they lost track and they lost grip of the game for a few seconds, basically for a few minutes, when HellRaisers was able to get 5 rounds on the board. Walk you through that for a second. And, well, Na'Vi still with a good halftime score on the CT side. Now, it is kind of even, in my opinion. 10-5 scoreline is probably one of the most even scorelines that you can get on maps like Overpass. Maybe a 9-6 would be even closer. But HellRaisers on the CT side, if they pick up the pistol round, it looks good for them. Na'Vi on the A bomb side move. They have Flamey on the B bomb side still. And HellRaisers is so close to A. It could end in a very, very horrible scenario for Na'Vi if they actually push the A bomb side. Now let's see. They are trying to move back towards B through the underpass, and they at least have Flamey over there already. So it's a reasonable choice to not abandon him over there. Try to plant the bomb over at A while he's on the on the other side of the map, basically. So good choice by Na'Vi to just make their presence known on the A bomb site by stepping around over there and now drawing it back to the B bomb site. Good flashes and stuff coming out by Na'Vi. They are pushing in with all their force. Doja and Angel though with the opening frags. Angel with a second, and it's quickly only Guardian and Flamey holding on to the Na'Vi squad. The bomb is dropped as well. Guardian needs to expose himself to the bullets of the CTs while he's picking that up. Now plants it. Just at least the money in the bank, and Guardian with the double kill onto Angel, and Kucha lining up perfectly for him, just trying to make it easier for the terrorists. Now 2v1, Flamey firing away, not hitting his shots though. He still has so much work to do, but it's not that much work for Flamey. And Ren goes down to the headshot, and the other one goes down straight away. 11-5 now. Na'Vi with a 2v4 situation, or was it even 2v5 against HellRaisers? It looked so promising for HellRaisers, but somehow Guardian squeezed out those two frags. Kucha was lined up perfectly with his teammate over there, and that allowed Na'Vi to get back onto this round. Now, very good start for Na'Vi in the second half. They have AKs and Galias already, so they pay the respect that HellRaisers demands right now. No SMGs whatsoever for Na'Vi. They want to be sure to pick up that round, and Zeus with a good shot onto Kucha. Checking every corner is so important in those kind of rounds where the CTs have nothing to lose. They could go for some weird angles, and Zeus gets another frag, then goes down to Moo, but it was a team effort, and Guardian diminishes that again with the refrag and makes it a 2v4. Doja and Angel on the rotation. Actually, it's only Doja as Angel is coming in from the back, and once again the lurker gets his frag as Flamey's pushing him in the back again. It's back to a 3v1, but Angel picked up the rifle and he's trying to make something worthy shouting for. And there it is, headshot onto Flamey. Now Edward in the smoke. Edward catches him from behind, and it didn't last too long for Angel, but he got 3 frags and made it a huge investment for the terrorists. They basically lost two rifles and 1 Mac-10 in the hands of Edward. So keeping the terrorists comedy low as possible is a task for HellRaisers throughout those 2 anti-eco rounds. And at least in the second round they did a good job of keeping the terrorists on their heels. Now Na'Vi with 3 rifles only. They have a P250 for Guardian and the Mac-10 for Edward, aka Uzi. Sees is there with the first frag. Then Angel answers back, but Edward will quickly dispose of him. Edward with his second frag of the Uzi, gangster style, running and gunning, easy going for him. 2v4, Edren and Kucher trying to make it as expensive as the round before, but they are failing. Zeus and Flamey cover them. 13-5 in favor of Na'Vi right now. HellRaisers losing the edge, but it was the 2 rounds following the pistol round, so don't panic right now. If you're a HellRaisers fan, they are not yet out of the game, even though Na'Vi managed to win both pistol rounds. And if you are familiar to the stats, you know that the chances of winning the whole game if you win both pistol rounds are up to 80%, probably not anymore because of all the SMGs and pistol tweaks, but they should be around 70%, maybe 65 or something like that. But they are quite high. That's the point that I wanted to get to for the past minute. 5v4 in favor of the CTs, but Edward with a double shot makes it equal player counts, and in the meantime Seized with a double kill actually makes it a 3v2 now in favor of Na'Vi. And they are not committed to any bomb site yet. They still have 1 minute to work with. And that's when it gets so tense on overpass. There are so many different spots and angles you have to check and you have to take into consideration if you move forward to any of the bomb sites. There are so many possibilities to be backstabbed by the CTs if you're the terrorist moving forward to A. And the same goes for the CTs basically. Now HellRaisers are staying in their put positions, and Angel gets that frag onto guard, and now it's a 1v2 in favor of the CT. Suddenly turning it away from Na'Vi is Angel, grasping the steering wheel, making an 180 degree turn, and suddenly HellRaisers are in the driving seat. The bomb is dropped in A long, and he will probably call that to Doja. So the CTs are aware that Edward is going to be around that part of the map somewhere, and Edward realizes there's no point in pushing in there anymore. He's got so much equipment that he's rather going for the save, even though it's not the usual thing to do on the terrorist side in situations like that, with 15 seconds on the clock or something, up against 2 CTs. They know where you are. The chances are so slim that it's better to save, and that's what Edward was doing, allowing his squad to get an easier buy in this one. But HellRaisers with the first CT round, and you know, CTs tend to pick up the momentum quite fast. And before you know, the game is taken out of your hands on the terrorist side, even though you thought, well, we were up 13-5. Why are we now drawn at 13 each? Well, it's just CT's momentum gets out of hand really quickly. Now let's see if Na'Vi can keep that momentum from building up with or by winning this round. They are spread out throughout both bomb sites. They have 3 on A and 2 at B. And the CTs are having the same balance of players, 3 at A and 2 at B. Now one of those A players is about to rotate to B, while Adren picks off Edward. The CTs stall that rotation movement for a second and keep Adren checking out the toilets, and Guardian is there to get that headshot with the rifle, just showing off that he's capable of holding the AK just like he does with the AWP. Sees now with the frag onto Angel, making it a 4v3 in favor of the terrorists. Now Guardian puts down Moo and makes it a 2v4. Kucha and Doja alone, and they are on the right bomb site, but they have so many people to work against. Kucha has so many angles to cover alone. He's not going to do it any longer, as Doja is there to help him out. It's a little bit too late. Together they could have clinched the round maybe, but Na'Vi is holding them off and making it 14-6. Now 8 rounds difference between the two teams, and Na'Vi within 2 rounds of winning their first map against HellRaisers. So keep in mind that HellRaisers are 3 points away from Na'Vi in the league. So if HellRaisers win both maps today, they take over Na'Vi and they will sit in the 6th spot. And actually the 6th spot is the playoff spot. So they are fighting for the playoff spot right now. The league stage is getting closer and closer to its end, and it's the last chance for those teams to pick up additional points. Na'Vi now looking very good in this anti-eco round. Kuchi goes down already, even though Angel is able to get another frag onto Guardian. Move with a refrag as well, and suddenly HellRaisers are still in the round. It's a 2v3 now, and Angel checks out the toilets. He's in the back of the terrace already. They haven't spotted him yet, and the 5-7 misses all the shots. Zeus turns around, and an easy frag for him. 14-6. Will Adren be able to draw it back and make it 14-7? He's inside the A bomb site, but the bomb gets planted over at B, and he's got a lengthy rotation ahead of him before he can actually go there, and Seas is catching him already with the open welcome AK blazing already. 3 kills for Seas in this round. 15-6. Na'Vi have 9 match points until HellRaisers take it to overtime. And Na'Vi's opponents don't have too much money to work with, so we will see basically the same setup by the CTs that we have seen in the round before. And if that 5-7 would have killed Zeus on the A bomb site, it could have turned out to be a round for HellRaisers. And now C shows us how to not Molotov the B bomb site. Still just money wasted, so Na'Vi doesn't care about that too much. The CTs kind of thought about backstabbing Seas, and they did it, but they gave up 2 frags for him to capture that AK. Well, at least they have a rifle to work with, but they lack 1 more player compared to Na'Vi. It's a 4v3 right now, and Na'Vi still have a lot of time to work with. They could easily check out the B bomb site once again and see what's happening over there. And HellRaisers are trying to keep them from doing that with that boost. Let's see what they are doing right there. Doja boosted up onto Kucha. They realize that Kucha is not actually helping with his 5-7. He could turn the attention away from Doja for a second, but it's better to have Doja boosted up and just spot on that boost spot. And there, he spotted that head, goes to work, but Flamey with a quick reaction makes it a 3v2 now. Kucha picked up that AK, and the terrorists are aware of his presence. They smoked off the bomb site. They are flashing out already. And now Kucha needs to pick up a huge kill, a huge amount of kills, and he doesn't find the first one, then goes for the full spray and goes down to Edward, 16-6 in favor of Na'Vi. Seized with 24 frags for his team. Well, it's not Ukrainian anymore, but I tend to call them Ukrainian, even though HellRaisers are not Ukrainian anymore either. It is CIS based, or Eastern Europe / Russian / all the countries between. It's so hard to actually localize those two teams. They have players from all over the eastern part of the world, basically. And Na'Vi will win this first map. Now we move on to the map pick of HellRaisers. It's this 2. And this will come up in just a few moments. We are giving the teams a few seconds to catch their breath. And actually, the shoutcasters need to catch their breath as well. So stay tuned. Quick advertisement break. And then we are back with the game.